4 years ago that E.E. Cleveland and E.C. Ward married us. One of his favorite couples out of that. He has touched this community in so many ways. Oakwood University, and today we have so many representatives of the faculty, the staff, the administrators, and students. I'd like for all of those who are connected with Oakwood University, please stand for a moment. We'd like to see you stand.
She looks younger than he is.
I'd like to have another special group stand that's worked very closely with E.E. Cleveland, and that's the retiree community. All those who retired in the Huntsville. Okay. It is said that every person has a unique fingerprint. But research has borne out that some individuals, they have a fingerprint that is unique among the unique fingerprints. That it's different than any other kind. In fact, it's a sort of an outlier as it relates to fingerprints. Nothing like it. It doesn't fall in line with anything else they've seen in the humankind. A unique print that is one of a kind. Elder Cleveland was just that. On a personal basis, I feel so touched by him, Earl. As you know, when I was a senior in academy here at Oakwood, it was Elder Cleveland, when I graduated, who gave me the opportunity to work with him in Houston, Texas. Earl was with him. Whitney Phipps was with him. And there I had the opportunity to see this man multitask. He was able to preach a sermon, write 2 books at the same time, manage a team of Bible workers, run the entire meeting, and still take time to talk and to give counsel. I was amazed at him. And then the pastorate, it was E.E. who said to his brother H.L. Cleveland, he asked him, take a look at Delbert Baker when you go to Huntsville. And H.L. Cleveland, who is another man that I love, a brother, Elizabeth, Susan, and I think so highly of them. And by the way, I must say this, Harold Cleveland Jr. is a preacher, but he interned under me. So I get this shout out, Harold. You did so well today. He didn't preach like that with me, though.
He do look like him.
And then Oakwood, the Oakwood years. When we came here in 1996, E.E. Cleveland and H.L. Cleveland were the best supporters we had. Celia and Elizabeth. They were never open. They were always quiet and just supportive. I remember times when I remember the monument. Sister Cleveland remembers this, Elizabeth Cleveland. H.L. said he went by one time when they were about to put the monument to service in place. He said, first of all, when he heard about it, he didn't know how this whole thing would come down, how it would look, how it would take form. But the time they brought the big crane in, they dropped that monument, that huge monument in place, H.L. told me, he said, Delbert, I went by, he said, and I sat there with my wife, he said, and we just cried. E.E. had carte blanche here on this campus. He could do whatever he wanted to do. He ate without paying in the cafeteria. And nobody said a word to him. I mean, shucks, we would have our administrative meetings, and Elder Cleveland just walk in and say what he wants to say. Wonderful man. He touched, in his 88 years, it's got to be some 7, 8 generations, multiple careers. And one thing that people don't know, Dr. Warren knows this, but the Oakwood Memorial Gardens, where Elder Cleveland will be buried and where his wife is buried and where his brother H.L. is buried, he was one of the ones at the very beginning that had a voice in setting this cemetery in place. Dr. Warren, Elder Mosley wanted to be buried on the Oakwood grounds. He wanted to be a part of this, and as a result of Elder Ward's dream many years ago, and Dr. Warren, Elder Mosley, myself, and others, in 2000, that cemetery was opened. Now, some people laugh. They said, Baker, how in the world are you going to start a cemetery in an educational institution? But it provides great service, doesn't it? In fact, I'd say people are dying to get there, but tongue in cheek. Well, but the truth of the matter is we're going to be there too, so we have plots there as well. In fact, our plots are not far from where E.E. Cleveland is in the studio. Actually, it's not morbid because he didn't fear dying. I mean, he laughed at death. It was not an issue with him. He came to terms with it. He understood it. Susan and I were in the hospital with him the other day, and Kiki was there, and Earl, his son. And we went several times, and one time we went back there, and he was just in a mood, I guess. He was quoting Bible text. He was speaking out loud, and he just said, and he was saying, it's the darkest period. It's the darkest period. He said, but I trust him. And I reminded him what he told me in Houston that I've never forgotten, and perhaps it will mean to you, but it means a bit to me. He said, I asked him, I said, what is the most important thing that a person can know in the Christian faith? This is when I was a young guy with him in Houston. And Alden, I can't say it like you, I can't talk like that, but he's a young man. He said, if you can just grasp the secret that resides with the righteous. He said, discover what that is. Discover what that is. He said, pray for it, ask for it, seek for it. He said, and God will reveal his secret to you in your life. And for all these years, I've been praying and asking God for the secret that resides with the righteous. He knew that secret. Part of that secret is that we are covered with the righteousness of Jesus Christ. And though I am a sinner, it is the blood of Jesus Christ and it's his righteousness that covers me. And even though I may be imperfect, in Christ I have my perfection. And that's how, though he was imperfect, when God sees him, he does not see a faulty man who was clay like all of us, but he sees Jesus Christ, and that's why E.E. Cleveland will be in glory. So, Earl, you've heard a lot. He loved you deeply. He always believed in you. His legacy will never be lost. I've never seen such a gathering of ministers like this from around the world and people from across the globe. I look forward to that day when the clouds will roll back like a scroll. And the time should be last. If I'm there, one of the first persons I'm looking for, two of the first people I'll be looking for when I grow up, when I get up, is E.E. Cleveland and H.L. Cleveland. There's going to be a lot of activity in that OMG, that Oakland Memorial Gardens. God's going to call him forth. And I don't know what his voice will sound like, but I know when he comes out, he'll have a brand new body, no more problems, and all of us who are faithful, will be able to go home and spend eternity together. Not simply with each other, but with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. God bless you. Peace to you.
I know, man. If you walk back there, you have to stay.
Family, it was August 31st, and I was sitting